What's going on, fam? Um, pretty excited to be jumping on right now, and I feel like I need to share a little something about intuition, guidance, the voice in your head. There's a lot of different words for that and what it can mean or what it really is. So yeah, I'm just here to talk about that a little bit. A bit about how to listen to it, how to know that you're not crazy, or just in general trust these messages that you're receiving, these guidance, these voices that you may be hearing, and not really fobbing them off, and just connecting a lot more with yourself and who you are, and the guidance that we get given from our higher selves, or from source, or from God, or whatever you want to call that for yourself. We all have different perspectives of what that means. So yeah, so I'll just start. So intuition. I'm sure most of you have heard about the concept of trusting your gut, listening to your body, or anything like that, your intuition. It's really just, at the end of the day, whatever your perception is of it, it's a form of guidance that we receive, either physically, something that we feel in our bodies, or messages that we receive in our minds. So there can be this, I suppose, miscommunication, or this, in a way, it's a judgment of people who receive messages in their mind as being crazy or making things up or things like that. And that's actually, don't get me wrong, that happens, but commonly it's not crazy. It's not a psycho or anything like that. It's actually just a way that we receive messages, and it's incredibly common. And I know it can be it can seem a little bit weird or crazy or stupid or silly for those who are new to this or don't really understand what it actually is, what I'm talking about, because some people believe that when I am communicating across this idea that we get messages, that we're literally having conversations in our minds to ourselves. And that's actually what I thought, and that's not actually what that is. So messages can be something as small as someone popping into your mind. So for me, when someone pops into my mind, unexpectedly, randomly, seemingly randomly, it's actually, now I take that as a message to reach out to that person. And pretty much every single time that I get a message from someone like that, and I reach out to them, it's something that they needed, or it's a conversation that was needed to have. It was some sort of something that I just needed to do, whether it was for me to reach out to heal a relationship, whether it was for me to reach out to give them space to communicate things to me, to speak and feel heard in moments where they're going through a tough time, or whether it's just to have this really synchronistic conversation where I can start talking. I'll just be like, hey, you dropped in, is anything going on? And that conversation can just lead to another message, another way for spirit, for source, or God to communicate to us. Because I'll say you never, but from my perspective, my understanding is you'll never get a voice inside your head saying, hey Tom, this is God, you need to do this. That's not how it works. That's just not. It's a lot more subtle, and that's why it's important that we are aware that these subtle, seemingly insignificant thoughts are actually messages. They're guidance. They're our intuition telling us this is something we need to do. Similarly, with our bodies. I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure you've all heard of that gut feeling. That is a way for our bodies to communicate to us whether we are making the right decision or whether this person feels right to talk to or communicate with or be around, or whether I should be doing skydiving today or anything like that. Whatever that is, if your body doesn't feel comfortable, if your body isn't like open and excited and just at peace with what you are going to do or this person that you're going to be with or whatever, you need to listen to that, because that is how your body communicates to you what it is you need or what would be best. And I'm sure like 100% you've done something that you felt in your stomach wasn't right, and what ended up happening? It didn't work out the way you thought it would, that you wanted it to, or ended up being a mess, or something went wrong, or there's issues, there was all this shit that came up. So, and your body's like, bro, you should listen to me. You should listen. But we're taught, no, like, your body can't know more than your mind. That's not actually true. That is something that we're taught, and it's not true. Our mind only knows what it's been taught in this reality, in this lifetime. I'm a believer that our souls reincarnate and live on, that our hearts are a part of our soul, which is a big part of who we are, obviously. And so when we get these messages in our body, like, that our mind doesn't really comprehend or doesn't know or doesn't really agree with, that's perfectly okay, that's understandable, because our mind only knows what it knows. Our bodies and our souls know what they know from lifetimes of experiences, lifetimes of journeys. Our bodies and our souls always know. They know what's best for us because they've experienced a whole lot more than our fucking mind has. I've been here 25 years. My mind is 25 years old. My body, my spirit, my soul is so much older than that, and everyone's is. Everyone's is. So we need to start listening to that more. So how, Tom, how do you listen to that? How do I know that this is a message and this is something I should be doing, or that I'm not fucking crazy? Or and yeah, that's a great question. Like, we all need to ask those questions. So how do I connect more with myself? How do I connect with my body? How do I receive these messages? Well, a lot of it looks like taking a step back from this fucking crazy life we live. A lot of it is slowing down, coming into these moments, actually being present in your body with right now, not thinking about all these fucking things you need to do, this work, this family, this girlfriend, all these fucking things that you need to do, this to-do list. That is living everywhere except here now. It's living everywhere except for this moment. Bringing presence is so powerful. Coming into this moment, bringing your awareness to what you are doing right now. How does my body feel? Do I feel open, or do I feel kind of closed off, or like I don't really want to do anything? How do I feel? For example, like right now, like a lot of these messages that come through are not coming from me, from my mind. This is because my body's open, my heart's open. I'm just allowing these messages to flow through. And some of you resonate with this and some of you don't, and that's fine. Like, that's a part of it. You're not meant to resonate with every single person that you listen to or that you hear. You take these bits and pieces and you mold it into who you are and who you want to be. So when it comes to listening to these messages, like, you'll be receiving messages right now through this, listening to this. Are you open to it? How does your body feel when I say these things? Are you feeling a little bit tense, a little bit tight? Are you open to it? Are you hearing it? Are you feeling? And when I say things, if your body tenses up a little bit, that's normal. Like, there's something there that needs to be listened to. So if I'm saying something like, you're not being open, and your body's kind of like, oh, tightens or tenses a little bit, well, that's your body telling you, like, yo, that's true. You're not open. So it's listening to these little things that are seemingly unimportant, that are actually your body's way of communicating. So when it comes to being given messages in your mind, it's very simple. If it's random, synchronistic, just like weird or strange, or like just like usually these sort of things that are just completely random, that seemingly mean nothing, listen to them. If I get a message come through and it's like, hey, talk to my sister, and my body's like, yeah, then that's something you should do. Your body will always confirm to you if this is something that's right or not. Whereas if I get a message being like, hey, you should check yourself into a psych ward, and my body's kind of like, ugh, yeah, like tight, like, no, that doesn't feel right, then don't listen to it. Like, that's something that's coming from your head. That's something you're making up. Start listening to yourself more. Start listening to your body. Start listening to these messages that are dropping down. Take some fucking time to slow down. Put aside even a couple minutes just to sit, just to be, not thinking about all these fucking things that are going on. Just simply be. Simply be. And you'll find that your body talks to you. You'll find that messages come through. That feels like all I need to say in this one. So, guys, if you feel like you need any help with this, you feel like you need any guidance, like, always reach out. And if it's just for a chat, if it's just for like, what did you mean when you said this? Or how does this work? Or something like that, like, comment, reach out, send me a message. Because a part of like why I'm here is it's bringing awareness to this. Like, I'm a destroyer of illusions. That's a part of my medicine. That's a part of what I'm here. I'm here to bring this fucking conscious awareness. So if you need any help with that, like, just reach out. Have a chat. That's what it's about. Expand your fucking consciousness. Expand your awareness. Expand your goddamn heart. Alright, that's it for today, guys. Peace out. I love you.